Excellent. So we've looked at scope and inheritance in some detail now, and I hope it's reasonably clear how all that fits together. Before we go on to our final chapter and actually make a website using OOP techniques, we're going to look at one more keyword, and that is static. So, how might static work? It might be that it's useful for us to know what level the user is on, or the player of the game is on, within the baddie class. So there will always be baddies and there will always be levels. So what we can do is create a public property called level, and let's say it's equal to 1 by default. So I've made it public and I've used this static keyword here. That's the important one, and I also need to use that to define it as a variable. Okay, so let's see how I can access that now. So this static property is constant around the whole script. So it's not specific to particular objects like evilness is. It's true for the whole script. So how do I access it? We call the baddie class, and then we use, do you remember what that was called? The scope resolution operator. And that means that we're calling a static variable within the baddie class. So we want baddie and then level, like that. Okay, so this should return a number 1. There we go. And just to confirm that that is indeed coming from the level, change that to a 5, and that changes there. Now the interesting thing about that is we don't even need to create an object of a particular class to get access to that variable. So these static variables or properties will be instantiated, will be created and set to that value when the class is defined, not when an object is created from that class. So static properties and methods are generally considered to be specific to a particular class, but they can be accessed from anywhere, and they are single variables or functions, not ones that are created and changed for each object or each instance of that class. Okay, I hope that made sense. We're going to now go straight on to the final chapter, in which we will create an object-oriented website using all the techniques that you've seen so far.